Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Shalise. I'm a 40-year-old mama and wife, and I just am a person who is documenting their journey here on YouTube. So I'm not a financial advisor or fiduciary. I am an investor. I'm in the trenches just like you, buying and holding, trying to get to financial freedom. So if you want some motivation, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And always beware of scammers, the WhatsApp stuff that's not me. I try to get them out, but sometimes they get through. So when in doubt, always confirm. I will not put my phone number in a comment, okay? Um, so make sure you like, share, and subscribe. So I got a really great question, and I wanted to answer that today. And I thought it would give me an opportunity to kind of do a refresher on this topic when it comes to my husband and I's personal journey. And that is like, how much are we trying to save for retirement, right? You see me put out a lot of investing based videos where we're buying this, we have this many shares in this, and etc. But like the end goal, right? We all are investing for an end goal, right? It's to have a certain amount set aside so when we are ready to retire or just even quit, whatever it is, when we are ready, or at times if we're forced to, because look at the job market, look at the economy, we'll have like some type of nest egg, some type of safe haven, some money behind the scenes that we can defer to when we need it. Okay. And specifically the person wanted to know, about like, are we trying to have like a $500,000 goal? Because if so, you can stop already. And I was thinking, you know what? If you want to save $500,000 for retirement, if you want to save $1 million for retirement, and I think I'm going to title this video, why my husband and I, we need more than $500,000 for retirement. Like that's not enough for us. And I'm going to share with you why. I have a great article up here because I think it'll help you to see like, how much Americans on average have saved for retirement as well. So you know where you kind of fall. I'll have this article linked down below. I love Fidelity. If you did not know, that is one of my favorite investment firms to use. And I really do like a lot of the articles that they have here. And it's a great read and it's a great website to use. I'm not sponsored, but I mean, come on, everybody likes Fidelity for the most part. But let me just first share with you, I'm here at a retirement calculator. I will have this calculator, move my face, link below as well. It's always fun to play around with calculators. If you have a number in your mind, of, oh, I want 500,000 or I want 1 million or whatever you want. Sometimes maybe that's all you have is 500, or maybe that's all you have is 200,000 for whatever reason. You didn't start early enough. Maybe you withdrew your retirement early. You had to pay a penalty, whatever it is. You want to just kind of focus on where you are personally right now because you don't want to compare yourself to someone else. I would never compare myself at 40 years old to someone who's 60. That's a 20-year gap. That's a generation. We are on two different wavelengths. Same with someone who's 20 years old. I would not tell a 20-year-old to compare yourself to me who's 40. Just different, points on the path of where you are. I will say the earlier you start, the better. I can tell you, talking with my grandmother who's in her 80s, any other person who's a senior, they will tell you Social Security is not enough. You need to start saving for yourself, for your future self, as early as you can, and be consistent. I'm always talking about that. Be consistent, no matter the dollar amount, be consistent, okay? So this calculator right here, I put our information in here. A simple calculator, no craziness, no fluff, something straight to the point, just to give you an idea of where you're headed, okay? Because you don't think the time is going to pass. I'm 40 again. It's just crazy how fast time moves. So if I come down here to the information I put here, okay? So first I put the age, 40. Let's say 60 years old, right? Put 60 in. How much money do you currently have in investments? I put 700,000. That's not in counting our 4 houses. We have 1 main home and 3 investment properties. That's not counting the 3 cars we have. We have a daughter who will be 19 years old in September. So her, my husband, and myself, that's 3 cars. That's not counting that. That's not counting the kids' money. That's not counting our savings. This is pure investment / retirement money. This is not RSUs that my husband has, just our money. 401ks, HSAs, Roths, taxable accounts, etc. Okay? It may be a little bit more in this, but I know the market's kind of been crazy, and I'm filming this video before you'll see it, so I'm just going to put 700,000, okay? If we put no more money here, we invest no more money, all right? And I put an 8% return, which I think is pretty fair. This suggests 10 to 12. I know some calculators will suggest 15. I'm doing 8% to be very, very fair and conservative. This is how much we'll have at age 60 and 20 years from now. This $700,000, if we don't put no more money in it, will grow to over 3.4 million. So I think the person asking also mentioned about we could stop if we wanted to, because we've already put in a lot of work now. I would say, you know what, we could stop if we wanted to. But remember, 401ks is, in my mind, for age 60. I know technically it's 59 and a half, but I'm thinking 60 years old in my mind. 401k is age 60. You can take your Roth contributions out before 60, but ideally I would rather wait for that. So we're trying to build up the taxable accounts now so we can cut this in half and say, okay, let's say 350,000 is for after 60, but we want to, build up the other 350 for before 60 so we can have something to live off of as well, in addition to rent that we get from the investment properties, money from side hustles, we have our savings accounts, etc. But I wanted to show you guys that, yeah, if we have about $700,000 invested in the stock market. Again, not houses included, not cars, not RSUs, not the kids' money, just me and my husband. This is how much this will grow to if we put not a single dime in it. In 20 years, it'll be about 3.4 million, which is crazy because that's compound interest. I cannot stress that enough. Compound interest, compound interest, compound interest. It works on small amounts and it works on big amounts. That's why I'm always saying invest, invest, invest. For our investing challenge for Q3, the pick is DGRO. Thank you so much for everyone who voted. You can pick your own pick. The idea, more importantly, is to invest consistently, and you can do it with small amounts of money. Now, big amounts when you can, but small amounts. So why are you may ask yourself, and the person asks, why would you need more than 500,000? Number one is because if I'm going off of age 60, let's just say age 60, we don't want to wait to age 60, but let's just say we do. Can you imagine the cost of living in 20 years? You think rent is expensive now? Property taxes is expensive now? Food, gas, whatever, healthcare is expensive now? Imagine 20 years when I'm 60 years old, okay? It's going to be ridiculous, okay? So I am trying to aim high while putting in the work, right? We all know the scripture, faith without works is dead, right? You can wish, you can pray, you can hope as much as you want. But if you don't do anything about it, if you don't put in, I have people on this channel like Christy. You see her in my comments all the time. She always leaves like a pink heart after her comments, or a red heart, I think. But this woman told me she has almost 40 shares now of VTI, and it's been a little over a year for her, putting a couple of dollars in, 250 when she can. Sometimes she'll put $500 in, but she's been building up her shares consistently every single week with small amounts of money. Okay. And it works, getting that dividend reinvested, building up your share size, it works. So I would say, don't focus on our journey of whether we need, more than $500,000 because we do. I also have a special needs son. I have an autistic son, and let's be real here. The world is not kind to children or people with disabilities. And if he cannot get a job, or let's say he can only find something part-time, guess what? Mommy and daddy on the back end have something set aside for him. And this is one reason why we do want to continue to give to causes and our church and just different organizations that help people who cannot help themselves, who weren't, who didn't decide to be born with a mental disability or a physical disability. So it's not just about us as well. And I'll be honest here, I want to have a comfortable retirement. I don't want to have to just penny pinch. Again, I've talked to my grandmother and different elders and different older people that I know. Several of you tell me in the comments who are already retired, if you can start saving early, save early. I mean, yeah, there is Social Security. If you come over here to Social Security, I found this article on Yahoo Finance. Guess what? Look at the benefits. If I take it at 62, okay, The average benefit, and this is right now, of course, I don't know what it'll be in the future, so I'm just going off of right now. That's $13.77. There's no way I can even survive on that, let alone me and my husband, and I know he'll get his, I'll get mine, but still, if I don't have to go that route, and remember, in my numbers, I'm not including Social Security. I don't know what it'll look like by the time I need it in 20 years, and I don't want to rely on it. If we get it, great. If we don't, we're okay because we planned ahead. Coming back to this article about where we stack up and where does anyone, I like these articles, but I don't like to put too much emphasis on them because it'll deter you from not starting. Again, you want to come up with your own strategy. Sit down with a notebook, a spreadsheet. I have a bunch of trackers on my website that will help you with this, and just figure out what you think your retirement may look like. How much do you have saved right now? When do you want to retire? So you have a timeline. How much can you invest every month consistently? I don't care what the market is doing, because you'll get scared out of the market and then you turn around and then the market's at all-time highs. So I always say, just turn the app off, log off the investment platform, and go live your life while your money is working for you, okay? But if you're a baby boomer, guess what? The average 401k balance is let's just say $250, $250,000, okay? But the average IRA balance is $257,000. If you are a Gen X, I am not Gen X. The average 401k balance is $192,000, and the average IRA balance is $104,000. I am a millennial, okay? So I grew up mainly in the 90s, and it was a fantastic time. A fantastic time. But the average 401k balance for a millennial is about $67,000, and the average IRA balance is about $25,000. And then you see Gen Z right there. And there's a lot of different reasons why people don't save as much as they could. I mean, the cost of living is crazy, right? It's hard to find a job. Inflation is a horror, right? And so I'm always saying, instead of focusing on like some big number, break down your goals in small chunks, because I can tell you, I would have never thought $700,000. But when you do it consistently, like we have been doing it for 11 years now, it just adds up. Anytime you get a bonus, you get a tax refund, you got a side hustle, invest something. If you are buying and ordering stuff off of Amazon, getting your hair and nails done, right? You're going on vacation, which is fine. You can put a couple of dollars in the stock market, right? In a safe S&P 500 total stock market type of fund, you don't even need to buy individual stocks, okay? But if you go that route, just start with something you already use. Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, etc., okay? So if you come down, this article goes in great detail about the average balances. So you can see by age, I am 40 to 45. That's my range. It's about $109,000. If you get a match, make sure you take advantage of that match. Go down to HR or your admin and tell them you want to sign up. And you don't even have to max it out yet if you're not ready. But if you can just put enough in to get the full match, some people get 5%, 10%. Some people get 100% match, which is like goals, okay? If you also get a pension, that helps as well, okay? So just make sure you're taking advantage of every opportunity that you are getting. If you come down here by generation, okay? So you got the baby boomers, and I may make a separate video about this in detail, and I think I'll wait for that because I don't want my videos to be too long, and I want to just focus on answering that question about, why we need more than $500,000, because we technically can stop. The person is right. We can technically stop right now. We would have more than enough. And I think our goal right now was about 2.5 to 3 million, give or take. So if we stop right now, yeah, we will have enough. But I don't want to wait till 60. I just don't want to wait till 60. So we're trying to build up our taxable account portion of our investments. That's why you see me invest in Robinhood and Interactive Brokers and just the investing challenges. That's why you see me put out those videos, because that's helping us in small ways to get to our early retirement goal. Because if I had to wait to 60, I would. But if I don't have to, because another 20 years, guys, no. No way. Okay. So let me know down below, like, what is your retirement number? I don't care if it's 100,000. I don't care if it's 100 million. Okay. Whatever your retirement number is, just let me know down below, and why, right? I know some of us have other people relying on us. Some of us have to take care of aging parents. We need more money. Maybe we have a special need kid. We need more money. Maybe we live in a high cost of living area, and it's not that simple just to get up and move, or move abroad. I have no desire to move abroad. I don't mind traveling, and I've been abroad several times, but home is here where I'm at. My church is here. My family is here. My son's therapists are here. I like my neighbors in my neighborhood. I like having all four seasons. I like that I'm not too far from the airport and the stores, and I just like where I live. So I have no desire to move anywhere, but I would like to travel, if that makes sense. So again, let me know down below, what are your like, what is your retirement number? Okay. And remember, don't compare yourself to no one else, because we all have our own personal strategies. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. We do meet for our second session in our investing summer school. If you do want to sign up, information is down below. Come join us. We've been having a great time so far. And it's always nice to stay connected during the summer, because the markets don't stop just because it's the summertime. We want to make sure our money continues to grow. Again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video.